Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name's Marita. Hi. I make videos on a couple serious topics, a couple non-serious topics. I like to mix it up. This is going to be a more serious topic video because I thought I would just address the fact that I've kind of identified myself as an atheist for a while, but I think I'm going to try to get into my boyfriend's religion in church because obviously I have a lot of religious trauma due to, the Catholic Church, obviously. No shade to the Catholic, I mean a little bit of shade because I'm gonna just talk about in this video. I don't know what to call you guys. I think I'm just gonna call you my bundle of worms. So my little bundle of worms, I'm gonna be talking about reasons I left. Insert cool effect here. Reasons I left the Catholic Church. I'm not actually gonna insert a cool effect because you know damn well I don't edit these videos. I don't have time for that. I'm so bad at technology. I kid you not. Like I will. I'm sorry the lighting sucks right now. I don't know how to fix that. Hold up. Give me a second. If I rotate a bit, maybe that'll help. Is that better? I think that's a bit better. Okay. Anyhow, we're gonna be talking about reasons I left the Catholic Church, and we're gonna start off on a light note, a very light note actually. This the first note is that Catholics don't know how to properly take care of their props, and I'm calling them props just so I can relate to you little stage crew kids, you little theater nerds. I know you guys are theater nerds. Don't lie to me. Anywho, one time I believe this was at some point in the Holy Week because we were outside, so I'm gonna assume it was either Palm Sunday or like Easter morning, Easter Vigil, something like that. I don't think it was Easter Vigil because it was light outside. Easter Vigil is at nighttime. That's also another reason I don't like the Catholic Church. I hate Easter Vigil so much. Irks me, okay? But Catholics love to throw Pope water on people. I mean, I know a lot of other like Christianity based religions also enjoy that, but Catholics especially love throwing Pope water, okay? And we use a specific device to throw Pope water. Now, imagine kind of like a metal, it's about the size of like kind of in between a golf ball and a softball, so like about this big, about like the size of like a small-ish orange, like a below average normal orange, okay? And it's a brass ball attached to a handle, right? And so they dunk the thing in and they fling the water at people and it like makes a bunch of droplets, right? We were all outside and they were doing that, and then the brass ball flew off and hit somebody in the head. Yeah, which by the way, those brass balls weigh like 1.5 to like they can weigh up to 2, sometimes even 3 pounds. They're quite heavy. Like just imagine somebody like accidentally flinging a brick at your head while you're trying to, as my mother would say, get right with these. Which, by the way, if you want to skip this video, that's totally fine. Like, if you're not like a religious person in any sense, you can skip this video. Okay. Um, like I'm not like brainwashing you like Catholics would. Next, this is a more serious one that I do not like. My parents never personally forced me to do it, but you'll see a lot of Catholic mothers doing this, which is um forcing purity culture onto their young daughters without explaining the meaning of it. Okay, so a lot of Catholics do Catholic failing. Okay, but you'll see those specifically with families, and you'll notice the mother is always wearing a black veil, and their very young daughters, like I'm talking as young as like 3, are all wearing white veils. Because you know what that does? You know what the white veil means? White has always been a symbol of purity and virginity. So putting a giant target on your young daughter's back saying, look, my little 3-year-old daughter is a virgin, that can target your children. Like, literally any fucking pedophile can just go to a church and be like, oh, that 12-year-old girl's a virgin. I'm going to steal her later. Like, it puts such, like, it grosses me out. And I think I actually posted, here, let me see if I can find that real quick. Actually, I posted a short on my YouTube channel about like that, like, kind of more jokingly talked about it. It was with Bo Burnham's 5 Year song. It's like shit like this brings the movement down. Everyone's a feminist until there is a spider around. And I titled it "Everyone's a Feminist" until I mentioned how my religion sexualizes young girls, which is true because like even if it's just saying they're a virgin, that's still sexual, putting sexual context as onto children as young as 3. Next one, this is one that's very specific to the Catholic Church, but I don't know. It just makes me feel uneasy when you know how like really devout religious people of very specific religions that this typically only happens in Mormon families and Catholic families where every single person in that family looks the exact same. Because me and my sister, here, let me pull up a picture of my sibling. Me and my sister do not look super alike. Like, we're not twins, okay? We're, like, people can tell that we're related, right? But we do not have the same face, you know? But I noticed that a lot of Catholic families, it just looks like they just, like, copy pasted, okay? Just copy paste. Because they're all like have the exact same nose, the exact same eyes, the exact same face shape, the exact same hair color. Because I have brown hair. My sister has like dirty blonde hair. My sister has more of a button nose. I have a Roman nose. My sister is more fair and has freckles. I can tan. I don't burn as easily, and I do not have freckles on my face. So we look pretty different, but related. You know, we look like we're just like different parts of the gene pool. But I don't know why this irks me so bad, but Catholic families that look like even the parents look alike, and my boyfriend Everett tried to explain it to me as, well, I mean, they're all of the children are coming from the same 2 parents. It's like, yeah, same with me and my sister, but we don't look copy pasted. Like, what? Like, obviously they'll look similar, right? But they look like there's not even a difference between gender. Like the oldest son and the youngest daughter look the exact same. I don't know why. I don't know why. It happens. I've seen probably 2 families like that, and they have like they're it's like a family of 8, and they all look the exact same. Even the parents look like I don't even know how to explain it, but like they all just are so. It irks me. It makes me feel like they're all just clones. But that one's very specific to me. Next, we're gonna talk about how some Catholics can be greedy and selfish. And this is not all Catholics, so if you are Catholic, please do not get offended, but this is specifically to my parents, okay? When I first told my mom that I did not want to attend the Catholic Church anymore, she tried to, my mom does not wear natural nails. She has acrylic nails. They're not sharp, I would say, but they are hard acrylic nails, okay? She tried to stab a hole through the palm of my hand using her thumb while asking, "Does that hurt? Is that uncomfortable?" Well, that's a fraction of what Jesus felt when he was nailed to the cross. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, you if would you do that to somebody on the street? If somebody on the street said that they were atheist, would you just grab their hand, attempt to stab through their palm, and just be like, "That's a fraction of the pain Jesus felt"? Like, what? Dog. What are you talking about? She also, the second time I brought up, hey, I do not want to go to church anymore. I do not enjoy the Catholic Church. It is not for me. She then tried to again guilt trip me because the first time she was like, well, because of my because of my mother's religious trauma, I wasn't allowed to have a god. So consider yourself lucky. The second time I brought up not attending church anymore because it genuinely makes me want to die and it like genuinely ruined my mental health. She was first off, which is like, how does it ruin your mental health? It's like, I don't know how, but it does. You know what I mean? Like, it's like trying to explain to somebody, hey, can you stop poisoning my food. It's killing me. And they ask, well, how is it killing you? I don't know. I don't know how cyanide works, but it is killing me. You know? I just couldn't explain it, but she needed an answer for that for some reason. But she also at that time she tried to guilt trip me into going to church and she likes guilt tripping you in very subtle ways by going, she said, what did she say? My sobriety is my house of faith. My house of faith is my children going to church with me. You hear how fucked up that is? Because you know what you should never do? Depend your sobriety on somebody else's actions. Like, what the fuck? Like, girl, you're an adult woman. You can't be relying on your children for shit like that. Another reason that that my parents are kind of selfish. I would say that my dad has been better about it. My mom less better about it because after they said, "Hey, you don't have to go to church anymore unless we have like a thing that we're doing as a family like directly afterwards that we can't pick you up. Then we'll just like leave you in the car in the parking lot, right?" Um my mom specifically said when they were talking about it, they said, I wanted you to go to at least the holidays like Easter and Christmas Eve, but your dad says that you should just not go at all. Which I was like, thank you, thank you. But then, I'd say a month later, this was like maybe a week before Christmas Eve, my mom, my mom planned this. She plotted this. I'm not even joking. The plotting started because we were going to my nana's house so that my mom could get our nails done, right? And this started before we even got in the car. Do you want to know how I know? Because she said, "Oh, you should sit in the front seat." She only tells me to sit in the front seat if she wants to talk to me about something, right? And then I'd say halfway to my nana's house, she turned off the music, and then she lowered the heat in the car to make an awkward environment, an uncomfortable environment that feels wrong and too quiet. And then she said, I wanted to talk to you about something. The only thing that could really just it would just mean the world to your dad, and would only be the actual like meaningful gift you can give him for Christmas this year would be to tell him you want to go to Christmas Eve mass with him. And I said, well, first off, isn't lying a sin? Because that would be a lie. I do not want to go to Christmas Eve mass. It's overstimulating. There's so many people. I don't want like random people like touching me, like, because Catholics don't know like how to fucking like act like they never learned hands to yourselves. But then after I made that point, and she tried so fucking hard to convince me. She was like, well, wouldn't it be so funny if you like bought a dress and you like gifted it to him on Christmas Eve, and he was like all confused, and then you said, oh, it's because I'm going to church. And it's like, first off, I don't want to wear a fucking dress. Have you seen my wardrobe? I literally only wear baggy jeans now because dresses, I don't like the feeling of my legs touching each other. I think I threw away all my leggings too because of my dermatographia, because it causes me to break out in hives really badly. But she tried so fucking hard, okay? And afterwards, she did not turn the music back on. She did not turn the heat back up. She just waited for about, I'd say like 30 seconds to a minute. And then she just she just like kind of loudly muttered and went, guess your dad's not getting anything for Christmas this year, so that kind of sucks. And she said that the most passive aggressive tone ever. Which, by the way, was also a lie because weeks before Christmas, I think, say a month before Christmas, because I am a noticeful person. I notice things. I noticed that my dad enjoys hiking. So I said, hey, Dad, do you want hiking boots for Christmas? Because I noticed you've been hiking a lot more, right? And he said, yes, I would love some hiking boots. That's me giving him a meaningful gift because I noticed that he enjoys hiking. I noticed his hobbies. I asked if he wanted a gift related to those hobbies, and he said yes. So I got him a meaningful gift, right? And then my mom decided to be like, I guess he's not getting a true gift for Christmas this year. Like, what? What the fuck? Anywho, my next thing, as I was kind of relating to in what like I mentioned it briefly in my last point, is Catholics don't know how to fucking like keep their hands to themselves. And I'm not saying that in like a sexual way, but I'm saying that they just like genuinely like I don't think I've had to go like every single mass. They're just like trying to shake your hand constantly. And also, I gotta tell you about this one time where mass genuinely sucked so hard. First off, imagine you're at mass because your parents force you to. You don't want to be there. And then you just see this guy in the front of the church, and you see the bishop, okay, because Catholics have bishops because I'm at the cathedral, and he's just recording you. He's not recording you. He's recording the bishop for no fucking reason, because fun fact, they have a camera in the back of the church and they record every single mass at the cathedral because it's a big church, okay? And they're just like recording the bishop, and guess what? The bishop is talking to a bunch of children that are also kind of directly in front of you. So imagine the bishop steps in front of some children and is talking to them, right? And the student is still recording and has his camera pointed at, I'd say, like 10 to 12 children, including me. And I don't like it being recorded without consent, because fun fact, I looked a fucking wreck, okay? Like, I did not look cutesy, okay? And like, I had half a wit to beat the shit out of this dude. Like, I had half a wit to, like, steal his phone and break it, you know? I didn't, because I have a bit of self-control. But to add insult onto this horrible mass experience already, because some dude unconsensually took a video of me, and also another like 10 children, because also for some reason they were making all the kids dress up as like biblical characters. I don't know what was happening. Oh, it's because it was during Halloween, but they wanted to make Halloween churchy, and it was like a week after Halloween. A week after Halloween, they like we were going to Silverwood, so that's why I had to go to church with them, right? They like just like made all the children dress up as like they were just kids literally dressed up as virgin saints. That's weird as hell. Again, talking about purity culture, that's fucking weird, because all of the girls were dressed up as like the Blessed Virgin Mary and shit. That's weird. But anywho, that's not what I'm gonna talk about. This dude. Imagine I think this dude was like in his 50s to 60s. This dude behind me. And this has happened to me a couple times actually, because Catholics are fucking weird. So like, this is you. This is your body. He just grabs your shoulder, leans into your ear and goes, "Here, I'm going to get real close to the mic here, because this is what this dude do." He just like, "Christ peace be with you." And I'm like, get away. Get back up, okay, buddy? Like, no, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you, because also, shaking hands with people at church actually said, I hate shaking people's hands. I hate the feeling, like, being able to feel everybody's bones. Shaking hands is so awkward. Once I had to shake, like, a toddler's hand, that was weird, because I just, like, you never have to think about the logistics of shaking a toddler's hand until you're at a church. I think also one time my dad's head got petted by some kid with Down syndrome. Like, he was like a sped kid, and my dad recently got a haircut, so this kid was just like petting my dad's hair. Catholics have zero sense of personal space, okay? They will genuinely just be like, also, oh my god, no. And they'll also engage in conversations when you don't want to be talked to. They'll talk to you like for like 3 minutes about like your fucking shoe choice. Like this like random like 80-year-old dude was like, "Nice boots. Remind me of them boots I wore when I was in the army." And I'm like, "Nice." And they just like kept on talking about his waffle stompers. Like, I don't know. What other things that I don't enjoy about the Catholic Church and is a reason why I left. Um, oh, just the fact that there's no. It's very culty, kind of. No shade to the Catholic Church, okay? But just, I didn't realize it was culty, which we're gonna, like, the reason I was in my room, it was, like, a whole different topic, because that's how my parents used to punish me. If I got grounded, I was not allowed to eat with the rest of the family, which is kind of fucked up, because, like, talk about what grounding looks like for you guys, because for me, it looked like being in my room for Friday to Sunday, having to write lines, and getting one book to read and having to eat all of my food in my room. I was not allowed to leave my room for food, and I would get water when it was given to me. Oh, they also used to time torture me when I was grounded, so I wasn't allowed to have a watch, a clock, anything. So now I have a really bad sense of time, and also I do not like analog clocks anymore. I have a fear of clocks now, guys. But anywho, different point. But like, imagine just like being in your room and you don't think it sounds culty until you're in a different room and you just hear three people unisonly chanting in the most monotone voice ever, and then you're like, oh, this is a cult. That's how you realize, okay? Genuinely. It genuinely does start like that. And to call the Catholic Church a cult would be kind of an overstatement. It's like a base level cult because the Catholic Church does like to get involved with sexual crimes, and they do like receiving money, and they do like gaining new members. So maybe it is a cult, but it's very base level because they're not going to ask you to like cut off contact from all of your family members and give up all of your belongings. But anywho, just like imagine three people in unison chanting, "Bless us, our Lord, and these thy gifts which we are about to receive from thy bounty through Christ our Lord. Amen." Like, it is not like the movies, guys, okay? Like, I remember, what is the one grace from a movie that I can remember? What's that one racing movie where the dude's just like, bless us this food, the 6 ounce, baby Jesus, 6 pound, 3 ounce, baby Jesus. What was the quote from that movie? If you ain't first, you're last. Or some shit like that. It was about this, like, kid who, like, becomes a car, like an F1 racer after his father, because like he was inspired by his father. His father was like a famous. I don't. Please tell me what that movie is. Please tell me I'm not like hallucinating that movie's existence. Anyhow. Um. Oh, another reason this is so not like a Catholic Church thing only, but you could like you close your ears for half a second and they're talking about some like wild fucking shit. They're just like, your ears are closed for like 2 seconds, and they're like, and then Jesus shoved mud into some dude's mouth. And I'm like, how did we get here? What? He rode down on a dwarf. What? Huh? He rode a dwarf? Huh? What is happening? And you're just like so confused because they don't give any transition. And also, for some reason, they're. Bro, why does my hair look like such shit right now? It's because my roots are growing out so long right now. But anywho, another thing that the Catholic Church just loves to do is I have a story for you guys. My mother, the one main reason she did not want me to declare myself as an atheist is she's like, but you used to be so devout, blah blah blah. Bitch, the only reason I did altar serving is so that I could count light bulbs. I'm not even joking. That is how autistic I am. I thought to myself, you know, if I do what my mom wants and I do altar serving, then I can sit at the front and I can count more light bulbs. Isn't that great? There's over 200 light bulbs in the church that I go to, that my parents go to, by the way. I counted those light bulbs so good, bro. And then after COVID started, I would count how many people were wearing masks and how many people weren't. Yeah. Um. Another thing that's weird to me is that according to my boyfriend, at his church, whenever they do communion, they have a wine alternative of grape juice. My church does not do that. You get wine or nothing, okay? And I always got nothing, so I would get my shitty little. It was not even bread. It was a cracker. It was like. I wouldn't even call it a cracker. Let me see. Hold up. I gotta pull up an image of that now. But it was like. I kid you not. If you looked at that, you'd think that that was like part of a takeout box. Um. Church. Union. Star. styrofoam. What is it? It's like a cracker. It's supposed to be a cracker, but it looks like styrofoam. I like, and I'm not joking. This stuff, like, wait, I need to find a better image of it. Like, you cannot tell me that that looks like a fucking cracker. That's just like a piece of styrofoam. And they call them like wafers, I guess. But let's be so fucking for real. They're they're pieces of like edible styrofoam. Like, it's the same stuff. Oh no, while scrolling I found, what is this? What is that? I made Catholic nachos. Who the fuck is this lady? Hold up. Wait, this is on TikTok? Hold up. Actually, now I have to watch this. Hold up. I was gonna know exactly what I'm saying because my phone listens to me. Okay, I know a Catholic How do you spell nachos? Oh my god. Why does she why does she have so much fucking body of Christ? She's got a Oh my god, what the hell is happening? Like, yeah, I get it is pretty disrespectful, but like, I that is how did she even get so much damn communion crackers? To be fair, I bet she just bought that in bulk because they do in fact sell they sell it in bulk. Another weird concept to me. You can buy the body of Christ in bulk. In bulk, guys. You can get like 50 pre-made cups of blood and body of Christ, okay? I'm not even joking. They are pre-packaged. It's like a Lunchable for Catholics. It's weird. Hold up. Let me pull up an image of yes. The Catholic Lunchables. Actually, wait, no, that's actually a pretty nice container, actually. It's pretty Oh yeah. Oh, this actually comes with the wine or juice option. Yeah, oh, damn. You can even get gluten-free bread. Nice. I don't know what the hell they make those wafers out of, but it terrifies me. I kid you not. They squeak when you bite into them. They squeak. They squeak. One time I actually had a panic attack because it got stuck. Because I used to like dissolving them on my tongue because it like felt nice. But one time it got stuck, like not just to the roof of my mouth, it got stuck in between my teeth and I couldn't get it out for like 3 minutes and I was panicking. Um, I blame the Catholic Church for that. It's the Catholic Church's fault that I had a panic attack because I got a wafer stuck in between my teeth. Okay, but let's talk about a serious thing. Catholic Church's morals and overall history. The overall history of the Catholic Church is not great. Have you ever heard of Martin Luther? You know, not Martin Luther King. Saint Martin Luther. You know why he's such a big deal? He is a very big deal because he actually is the person who mainly fought against here. Let's just look up Martin Luther real quick. Not Mussolini. Not the Masons. My name. What? Martin Luther. He was a German. That's not. That can't be what he looks like. What? I think I've seen a picture, like an actual, like, photographic image of him. That cannot be what he looks like. Okay, here's why I'm confused. That's one image of what his face looks like. Let me show you another. What the hell? Okay, let's read about him, though. Martin Luther, German priest, yep, yep, yep. So, oh yeah, let's talk about why Martin Luther broke away from the Catholic Church. Okay, the Catholic Church would Okay, here's fucked up history about the Catholic Church. They used to, back when Martin Luther was alive, they used to force you to pay, for, what are they called? They used to pay for indulgences. If you don't know what an indulgence is, what an indulgence is, it is basically, they're basically like, hey, if you pay, you can pay your way into heaven. Well, they didn't say specifically pay your way into heaven, but they would like promise less time in purgatory if you bought indulgences, right? And if you didn't, oh my god, do you know what they used to do? Hold on, give me a second. I have to fix my bed. It's pissing me off. But do you want to know what they used to do to people who didn't buy indulgences? If you didn't, like, let's say you didn't have money, because this was a long time ago, a lot of peasants, okay, where you had, like, I don't know, but, um, they would force you to pay, and if you didn't, they could execute you, I believe. Yeah, they would also just, like, uh, ban you. They would just, like, kick you out of your own town, because the Catholic Church was very big back then. I mean, it still is big. It is the world's largest religion, actually. Actually, let's search up what is the world's largest religion. Google already knows what I'm going to search because she's listening. Or uh, what is the world's, no, not population, largest religion? Christianity. Okay, but that's very non-specific. Yeah. Catholicism is the single largest Christian denomination with over 1.3 billion members. Okay. So, obviously, Catholic Church, very big. Martin Luther. Let's talk about why Martin Luther broke away and put up his, what was it called? Uh, uh yeah. So this was a very long time ago. This was in the 1400s, but let's talk about it. The sale of indulgences, justification by faith alone. He believed that salvation was a gift of God's grace through faith, not earned through good works or buying indulgences. Which is fair. You can't just fucking buy your way out of shit, okay? Like, you could just murder somebody and be like, $20 to the big guy. Like, grr. Oh, clerical corruption and practices. He was critical of papacy. Oh, the abuse of church power and several practices he saw as unscriptural, leading to eventual excommunication by Pope Leo X, which is the fifth. Pope Leo the Fifth. Wait, what Pope Leo? What Pope are we on? Okay. Oh, geez. Actually, he's pretty young. I always see popes as, like, really 70 is young, okay? Oh wait, he is the first, yeah, he's the first pope to be born in the United States. I don't like popes, personally, except for somebody got a Pop Leo card and had Pope Leo sign it. You get a Pop Leo, Pope Leo. That was kind of funny. Anyhow. Um, Man, I feel like the only thing the Catholic Church did right was the music, okay? Because there's some songs that overlap with other Christian denominations, but there's one song that is specifically Catholic because only Catholics have saints. If that makes, they only Catholics have the communion of saints, and there's one song, I don't remember all of the lyrics, but they just list out every fucking saint in the history of saints and be like, but the chorus was kind of a banger, man. Like, I'd sing that shit in the shower. Like, that's the only thing they did right, I'd say, in my opinion. Except for the fact that, like, every single time I opened that damn music book, there's like three. The way religious people write music is insanity. Okay, another reason I left the Catholic Church. Ever looked at church music and seen, I kid you not, a double dotted quarter note? If you're a music nerd, you probably have seen a dotted quarter note. What a dot after a quarter note means is that it is like an additional half of what that note is worth. So you could put that in front of a half note, and that half note is now worth 3 beats instead of 2, right? Do you know what the length of a double dotted quarter note is? That is 1.75 quarter notes. What the actual fuck were we on when we were like, what ecstasy was the Catholic songwriters taking? Share, like, the fuck? Like, they're just over here like, you know what? How about I don't put a time signature on the start of this piece of music. Every single measure is going to have a different amount of beats. And what else? Oh, yeah. And also, I'm going to include a double dotted quarter note. So, there's this one piece. I believe it was like something along the lines of Hail Thy Angel Gabriel or something about the Angel Gabriel, okay? And I kid you not, first off, every piece of music I own has a time signature in front of it. Even marching music, it'll have a time signature in front of it so that you know how you're supposed to count. You need to know if you're doing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, or if you're doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Or if you're getting a little spicy and you're doing 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 3 lolly, 4 lolly, 1 lolly, 2 lolly, 3 lolly, 4 lolly. By the way, that is 12/8 if you didn't know. Or if you're doing 1 and a 2, 3, 4 and 5, 1 and a 2, 3, 4 and 5. Like, time signatures are very important so you know how you're supposed to be counting. But this damn piece, first measure, it has a lead in of a couple quarter notes. Second measure, 6 beats. Third measure, 2 beats. Fourth measure, 5 beats. It changes every single fucking time. And there's a double dotted quarter note in there somewhere. And I'm like, what is this? And there's a reason why they never sing it. They never sing it because it's complicated as fuck and was written while somebody was like smoking or something. Like they were like drunk off of their ass when they wrote that. Like the hell? Like, what are we doing? What? What? Please use basic music theory. Please. Please. Please, I am begging you. Take a music class. Songwriters of the Catholic Church, please. Every church, every songwriter for any large church denomination has to take a fucking music theory class. Please, I'm begging you. Even my categories. Say hi, Oscar. Oscar, what do you have to say? Hold up. Give me a second. What do you have to say, Oscar? You heard it from him, folks. He wants church leaders to please, 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 please learn how to write some actual music. Yeah. I also, dude, I remember when my mom tried to make an excuse for me to stay with the church because she was like, "But you're so devout. You're always in that little, prayer book." Except the prayer book was actually a song book that just had like a couple, like that just like had like the Nicene Creed on the front, and I would literally just spend the entire time counting exclamation points, the entire time. Okay. I got to 400 at one point. Well, no, I got to 100, like over, I think I got to 200 exclamation points when I was at song 400, about, like over 200, I think I got like 250 or something. I would literally just count exclamation marks. Yeah. Yeah. Also, oh my god, guys, my next video will be showing you guys my presentation, my PowerPoint presentation that, I somehow got full marks on. Mind you, bad. I got the highest grade in the entire class. Okay. This is the first slide, pretty average, okay? But I'll show you the next one later, okay? It's so bad. I don't even know how I got full marks on this shit. Like, genuinely, I don't know what I did to deserve that. I don't know how I got it. I don't know what I did. Considering that I included Dr. House, like the meme. You know the Dr. House meme where he's like putting on a glove, but he has titties. I also included one of the Jenners or Kardashians. I don't know. I also included Josh Hutcherson in my slideshow about invasive species, and I still got full marks. I don't know what the fuck I did. I don't know. Just follow my lead, I guess. But anywho, let me know. How should I end this video? Because I think that's all of my points covered of why I personally don't like the Catholic Church. I would also like to end this video by saying if you are a member of the Catholic Church, that is more power to you, more respect, as long as you are personally a good person and you are using religion to empower yourself, make yourself better. That's great for you. Those are just my personal issues with the Catholic Church. If you don't experience those issues, that's great. Great for you. I'm not please, and also if you are a official at a Catholic church or like the main headquarters, please don't sue me. Catholic lawyers are scary. They're so scary, bro. The lawyers for the Catholic Church make me shit my pants, okay? Please don't sue me. Please don't, like, send me a defamation lawsuit. These are just my personal experiences, okay? I don't want to be sued. Please. Please. Please, speed. I need. Sorry. Yeah. But anywho, is this dry? No, it's not. What the hell? Ugh. Apparently I suck at painting. Oh, but my paintbrush dried. Damn it. Now I have to go clean that. Anyhow, to end this video off, if you watched to the end, tell me what is your favorite Amazing Digital Circus character? What is your favorite character? Mine, I think, okay, my favorite character used to be Jax. I think it's Kane now, because Kane, I just, like, episode 8 really just, like, made him seem so much more intimidating, and it really did tie him to the inspiration short story that he was based off of, which is I Have No Mouth and I'm a Scream. Great short story, by the way, by Harlan Ellenson. You should definitely check it out. But his voice, like, Kane's voice lines in that episode were really powerful and strong and made me shit my pants a couple times, okay? Not actually, okay. But, like, I think my new favorite character is either Kane or Kinger. I love Kinger. But honestly, I think it might be Kinger. It's either Kinger or Kane. I'm kind of tied with those two. But Jax is just, like, right below them, okay? But I will see you guys in the next one, and I will try to upload this soon, okay? And I need to figure out my thumbnail. See you guys. Bye.